Hey guys, it's Morgan with A Life in Crafting, and today I have a super awesome Dollar Tree DIY video using one of the most famous Dollar Tree finds of all time, the bamboo cutting board. And if you're lucky to snag 1, 5, or even 14 of them, here are some of my favorite DIYs using the elusive cutting board. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now let's get to crafting. My first DIY is an easy one. I'm making a stand with the Dollar Tree bamboo cutting board. For this DIY, you'll need a bamboo cutting board, 1-inch wood beads, hot glue, a ruler, and a marker. I'm going to measure 1 inch from the end of the cutting board to make sure that the wood beads are evenly spaced. I picked up these beads on Amazon and I'll add a link for you in the description. Once I have all my spots marked, it's time to attach the wood beads with hot glue. For extra support, you could add some E6000. I'm not going to place anything heavy on this, so hot glue will work for me. Check out the finished product. This mini stand is perfect for holding your seasonal DIYs. For this DIY, you'll need a bamboo cutting board, farmhouse and chevron ribbon, and some hot glue. The first step in this DIY is to attach the chevron ribbon, and I'm using hot glue to attach it to the board. Once that is secure, you're going to repeat this step with the farmhouse ribbon. I grabbed both of these ribbons from the Dollar Tree. The last step is to glue the metal square on the board. If you have a Cricut maker, you can engrave metal with the engraving tip. If not, you can add some farmhouse flair to your bamboo board with some scrapbook paper and pick up an initial from a craft store. And that's it! This is definitely an easy DIY that packs a big punch. Have you seen these laser cut pieces from Dollar Tree? They are perfect for adding embellishments to your bamboo boards. I spray painted the butterflies white and let them dry, and they came out beautiful. I like laying out the butterfly pieces first so I can properly space out my quote on the bamboo board. I'm attaching the butterflies with hot glue once they're in a good spot. I'm going to be using heat transfer vinyl or HTV on the bamboo board. I find that it's a lot easier to work with this than permanent vinyl in terms of weeding and attaching it to the board. I'm also going to be using the Cricut mini press today, as well as a towel. Be sure you have either a towel or a Cricut Easy Press mat under your project. If you skip this step, the HTV may not stick. I have the mini press on the medium setting and it worked out great. In order to protect the mini press and the piece, I'm using a piece of butcher paper over the decals while heating. If you find the letters need a little more time, just put the transfer tape back on and reheat. To be honest, I was intimidated by HTV at first, and now it's definitely one of my Cricut favorites.
I absolutely love how this turned out. I think this would make a great gift for birthdays or even Mother's Day. For this next craft, you're going to need 5 rolled flowers, a quilling tool, jute, and a button. I also cut out a decal with my Cricut, and of course, you're going to need a bamboo cutting board. The first step in this DIY is to make the paper flowers. The SVG is available in Design Space to purchase if you do not have a Cricut Access membership. I cut out 5 flowers on cardstock. To make the flowers, you need to insert the end of the flower in the opening of the quilling tool. This will make it easy for you to wrap the cardstock around. I am working the petals around the quilling tool until it's completely wrapped. I like using hot glue to secure the base of the flower to the petals. Just place a dot on the circle and attach. Once all the flowers are done, I'm going to attach them to the bamboo board with hot glue. I'm going to place bloom text right above the flowers. I'm also using HTV on this and love using my Cricut mini press. I thought the piece looked a little plain once everything was on it, so I added a jute bow and a button accent. To make the bow, I wrapped jute around my fingers a few times and tied it, cut off the ends of the string, and simply hot glued to the bamboo board. I got this button in a pack from Dollar Tree and thought the green would be a nice complement to the blue flowers and text. Check out the finished product. This key holder is probably my favorite DIY using the bamboo cutting board. For this DIY, you'll need a bamboo cutting board, painter's tape, your favorite paint, paintbrushes, key hooks, and I also cut out a decal with my Cricut using, you guessed it, heat transfer vinyl. The first step is to place your painter's tape on the bamboo board. Today I'm making stripes with the painter's tape, but you can create any funky design you like. Make sure that the edges are firmly secured to the board to avoid any bleeding. Once everything is lined up, it's time to paint the bamboo board. I think the beauty of the bamboo cutting board should take center stage. If you're going to paint something, you might as well use a canvas. Why are you going to paint up over the beautiful bamboo? The navy blue stripes add just a touch of sophistication while still letting the natural wood shine. Now that the stripes have been painted, I'm going to remove the painter's tape. You want to remove the tape while it's wet for the best results. Don't worry if some of the paint leaked through the tape. You can remove it with a Q-tip and a little bit of water. You want to make sure the paint is completely dry before adding anything else to your project. I cut out keys with HTV and my Cricut, and I'm going to apply it with my mini press. I'm going to use the medium setting, and I cannot stress enough that HTV is 100% my preferred method for the bamboo boards. The surface is really hard to get regular vinyl to adhere to. The last step is to add the hooks. The ones I picked up have an adhesive back, so you don't need to add any additional glue. I want to make sure that it's evenly spaced out, so I used a ruler to help with the measurements. This is such a fun piece, and nobody would ever guess that this used to be a bamboo cutting board.
I hope you enjoyed this video on 5 different DIYs to do with the famous Dollar Tree cutting board. I'm Morgan with The Life in Crafting. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.